I'm just reviewing these Sacred Earth Oracles. Now these cards are by Toni, Carmine, Salerno and Leela J. Williams. They're a beautiful deck. I don't often use cards in my readings anymore, but I still like to collect them. I just find them really nice. So it's in quite a big box. I was expecting the cards to be bigger than what they were because of the size of the box, but it's a nice sturdy box there as well. So and then of course we've got our Sacred Earth Oracle guidebook, and as usual it goes through, there's a couple of different spread ideas, like your 2-card reading and your 3-card spread there as well. In the front, the contents of all the cards. The cards actually don't have the numbers on, but they're in alphabetical order, so there's not a problem on finding them in the book at all. I actually prefer the cards without the numbers. So, and when you see the artwork, I think the numbers would have sort of wrecked it a little bit. But yeah, a beautiful card book. It's quite thick as well. Just something different about these cards that I've noticed. So they've got the card meaning, the picture of the card, but they've got the earthly meaning, they've got a spiritual meaning, and then an insight as well. So obviously you could read one, or just pick one that you're drawn to, or read all 3 depending on what your question was. You could feel if it was a more earthly question that you had about a job or so forth, or something a bit more spiritual, or just some general insights. So I guess it's up to you how you want to work with it, and if you're looking up the card meaning in the book, or if you're just reading the card without the book meanings. But I just felt that was a really nice, I haven't seen that before, a really nice way to set things out. I guess it's sort of, working on, our physical body, our spiritual body, and, just some insight from, like your higher self, or like some soul insight in a sense. But a very nice book. Just a nice little piece of paper before we get to the cards here. So these are the cards. So as I said, they're smaller than the actual box, and a bit smaller than the guidebook as well. But lovely olive green colour, nice tree symbol. They're nice and thick. They definitely haven't skimped on the cardstock with this, which is a big plus. And maybe you pay for what you get. And like I've said before in other videos, I don't know why they would even bother printing cards with the thin cardstock. They're practically unusable, and they just don't feel like they just don't feel like they carry their worth in weight, sort of thing. So here's some of the cards. I won't go through all of them, but they're just absolutely beautiful, the colours in them, and these are definitely my favourite cards at the moment. So, and depending how you read, like I said, if you look at your cards and you read the guidebook, or if you're a reader that reads from the card, there is so much depth in these, and just from one card you could get so much information. So as I said, no numbers on the card, just the word on these ones. And I do feel that the less words on the cards, the better your intuition is going to kick in as well. So ready but waiting, and they're just the nice rainbow colours in them. Nice rounded corners on the cards as well. No border. I know a lot of people aren't big fans of borders either, but look at that beautiful rediscovery card there. Productivity, preservation. So, it looks a bit scary, but then there's a beautiful image of, a child in the womb, and it speaks volumes. I'm feeling them as I'm going through them. Potential. Look at that inner child as well in there. I'll go as far to say that these are the best cards I've had. You know, out of all my nearly 100 decks probably, I can't fault these. I cannot fault these. And I don't read with the guidebook. I read intuitively. Look at this one, influence, and you've got the cycle of the moons up the top as well. So yeah, I don't read with the guidebook. I read intuitively, and there's so much in these cards that you could get from it. I usually get people to pick a card after I've done a Reiki session is usually the only time I will use them. So it's been exciting to use these, and usually I swap between decks, but I haven't swapped these. I've been using them every time now. Every time I have a Reiki client, I think it's a lovely way to just to end the session. But they're just beautiful. You definitely will not be disappointed. You know, I know that cards are quite, individual to everyone, but like I said, I just can't fault them. The colours, the different arrays, like some have got people on them, some have just got symbols, and there's so much symbolism within these cards as well. So, and that's why that's why I'm saying how they're in depth, they're very deep, these cards. So obviously this artist sort of really nailed their brief, so to speak. So just check them out if if you're interested. Obviously you can't, in a shop, you can't open the pack, and this is the value, I guess, of seeing a review online, but I truly recommend them. Absolutely beautiful, good quality cards. I just love them. So that's the Sacred Earth Oracle.